back to MANCINIMA. I hope you're all doing very well. I'm feeling slightly better than last week, so that's good news, isn't it? Right, what have we got for you today? We've got two movies, two vastly different movies. We'll talk about those in a moment. However, if we can do the usual routine for me first, if you could hit the thumbs up button, there's a little, looks like that, down below there somewhere, there's a little symbol that will show you what it looks like. It's on the YouTube channel. If you can hit that for me, basically that spreads awareness of this channel, spreads awareness of this video, hits the YouTube even, algorithms, and it really just helps the channel out. So if you could do that for me, that would be great. Doesn't cost you anything, just hit the thumbs up button. If you are new to the channel, and only if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. That again helps us out, helps spread the word of this channel. If you've subscribed before, please don't hit subscribe again, because that will unsubscribe, if that makes any sense. So if you've subscribed before, you're good to go. But only if you're new to the channel. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe. We've got loads of different videos: dinosaurs, ghosts, film reviews, travelogues, conventions, that kind of things on this channel. So go and have a look at those, and hit all the like on those as well. That'd be great, wouldn't it? And lastly, if you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified when I've done a new video. And the other thing you could do, I suppose, is if you've enjoyed these videos, if you like film reviews, if you like the dinosaurs and all the other stuff that I do, share them about on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere you like. Just share them out. Just helps this channel to move along. It keeps me motivated to do more of these videos. Okay, let's crack on and have a look at the two films that we've got for you today. So our first movie is Cocaine Bear, which is based very loosely on a true story. In 1985, drugs were thrown out of a plane, landed in the woodland, and were ingested by a giant bear. Unfortunately, in that true life situation, the bear died. However, in this movie, the bear takes the drugs, eats the drugs, and becomes addicted to them and wanting more and more, and he sets on a drug-fueled rampage. This movie is directed by Elizabeth Banks, who you may have remembered directed the 2019 version of Charlie's Angels. She was also an actress that appeared in Pitch Perfect, The Hunger Games, and she was Betty Brant in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movies. So let's start by saying this is undoubtedly a B movie, and it embraces much of the silliness and tackiness that goes with such a movie. You know, those kind of movies that you find down on the bottom shelf of Asda, like for £7 or something, the DVDs, like Killer Shark or Octopus Shark and silly things like that. So it's kind of playing to those strengths. There's no lead actor in this movie as such. Instead, you follow several groups. One of them is Kerry Russell, who plays a mother looking for her daughter and her daughter's friend. And you've also got one-time Mr. Han Solo Alden Ehrenreich, and he's out there with his friend, and they're looking for the drugs on behalf of their boss, which is played by the late, great Ray Liotta. In fact, this movie is dedicated to Ray Liotta. However, the actors kind of embrace the silliness, they embrace the fun of the movie, and you can just tell that they're having a good time with this. And Cocaine Bear is actually a very fun, entertaining movie, especially if you're a horror movie fan, as I am. Some of the kills actually reminded me of those from the Friday the 13th movies. You've got arms and legs and heads flying everywhere, all over the screen, buckets of blood being splashed around. And also, on top of that, there's some very laugh-out-loud moments. However, I have conflicting reviews about this movie, so if you would, just bear with me. So while Cocaine Bear is a funny, silly, gory ride, I didn't quite feel that it reached its full potential. There was this nagging feeling while I was watching the film that it was good, it was entertaining, I was having a great time, but it just felt like it could have gone that little bit further, if you know what I mean. I thought the characters were kind of thinly sketched, although you didn't really kind of care about them for their fate and stuff like that. But they just need to be a little bit more well-rounded. They were kind of very thin on the ground, and they kind of appeared, they did their bit, and then they disappeared. I think if you'd have given them a little bit more background, we would have had more fun with them. That's just the feeling that I got from this. The same with the story, really. I just felt that the story could have been tightened up a little bit better. Like I said, I had a lot of fun with this movie. I really did enjoy it. But the overall feeling when I left the cinema is that it was good, but it wasn't just quite there. You know, when you get that nagging feeling when you leave a film that it was good, it just didn't really hit the mark that it should have done. So maybe it could have done with another rewrite, maybe it could have done with another edit, or maybe some additional scenes being added in to pad things out or to make things better. But I just felt that somewhere in the back of my mind that Cocaine Bear was a great, fun, enjoyable movie. It just wasn't quite right in places. So yeah, it just needed to go that little extra mile for me. Still, no doubt Cocaine Bear will go on to become a cult classic in the future. And it is still an entertaining, fun, gory, if you like, movie that you should go and see at the cinema. I think probably that's the best way to see it, is to see it with an audience. So of course, once the audience laughs, we laugh as a group. So sitting indoors, you may not get some of the jokes as well as you would have done if you sat with an audience. So yeah, go and see Cocaine Bear while it's at the cinema. I don't think it will be around very long. I think it's going to be one of those in and out kind of movies. It'll be in 1 week, gone the next. It is on at cinemas now. Like I say, I don't know how long it's going to last for, because we've got some big hitters coming up next week. So go and see Cocaine Bear while you can. I do recommend it. It's a fun film. Like I said, for me, it just wasn't quite there, but don't let that detract you from enjoying this movie. And so on to our next movie, which is vastly different from Cocaine Bear. This movie is called What's Love Got to Do With It? It's a romantic comedy, or billed as a romantic comedy, from the people behind Bridget Jones's Diary and Love Actually. So you would kind of expect that kind of comfortable, lovely, easy on the mind, sit down on a Sunday afternoon movie, wouldn't you, to, you know, put your feet up to and just let it all soak in and enjoy it. Sadly, this is none of those things. The reason I went to see this movie is because Lily James was in it. I'm a big fan of Lily James. I loved her in Pam and Tommy last year, and I think she's a superb actress. She's done many great roles, and she's always been good in everything that she's been in. And in fact, she's very good in this movie. Also supporting Lily James is Emma Thompson, of course, and she's appeared in many of these romantic comedies over the years. I think she was in Love Actually as well, wasn't she? And of course Last Christmas, which had Emilia Clarke in, she was in that as well. So Emma Thompson's always generally a good bet, and to be fair, these two are the best things about this movie. Lily James plays Zoe, and she's a filmmaker stroke documentarian, and she's covering her best friend's wedding, or upcoming assisted wedding, if you like, as they refer to it in this film. Now, he's named Kazim, and he's played by Shazad Latif, and the movie follows Lily kind of documenting every moment leading up to the actual wedding. Now, if you know anything about rom-coms, this follows a familiar formula. All the time you've got a male with a female best friend, you just know that somewhere down the line those guys are going to dump their potential partners and end up with one another, and there's nothing different with this movie. However, I'm not going to labour too long on this film because, yes, it follows that formula, but it's so very, very dreary. And it drags out over its very, well, it seems like a very long 1 hour 48-minute running time. The characters are okay, but it's a romantic comedy that actually forgot to put the comedy in. It's just so dreary, and everything feels dragged out and slow, and I've seen people say that this is heartfelt, and yes, it may be heartfelt, but you know, when you've got a romantic comedy that is billed as such, when you go in expecting a certain kind of movie and you're not presented with that movie at the very end, it's very disappointing. I would say this is the kind of movie that you probably don't really need to see at the cinema. I mean, I went to see it last night, and most of the audience were kind of disappointed and walked out saying, well, that wasn't very good, because they were led to believe it was one thing and they were delivered another. So if you really want to see What's Love Got to Do With It, I would just wait for it to turn up on television. I mean, it's not really a movie that you need to see at the cinema. I personally think you might be disappointed. I think you might think it's a waste of money. I know that we had a very mixed audience in last night, from kind of older patrons to younger patrons, and nearly everybody walked out and said, you know, well, I didn't really enjoy that, I didn't really think that was fun. So yeah, sorry for the brief review on this one, but it's not really worth wasting a whole lot of time on. I would say I wouldn't bother going to see What's Love Got to Do With It. I would wait and go and see Cocaine Bear instead, because it's more fun. I think you'll get much more enjoyment out of Cocaine Bear than you would out of What's Love Got to Do With It. However, coming up next week, we have got a big hitter, and literally a big hitter, with Creed 3, which looks really good. It's getting fantastic reviews out of the States at the moment for those who have seen it. So I really can't wait to bring that to you next week and let you know my thoughts on that. I'm a big fan of the Rocky saga. I've loved what they've done so far, especially leading up into Creed and Creed 2. So hopefully Creed 3 will match that. Very positive reviews coming out of the States, as I've said at the moment, so we'll see what I think when I see it next week. And of course, on the horizon, just peeking over the edge, we've got Scream 6. So I'm really looking forward to seeing Scream 6. However, we're going to end it here. Thank you for watching this video. We're going to pass you over to Outro Guy. Now, Outro Guy is me that you'll be seeing on a few videos in the future. I'm just going to tag the same outro on because I say the same thing week in and week out, so you'll probably see me appearing in this t-shirt on future videos from here on out. So, let's go over to Outro Guy. Hello, you're going to be seeing a lot more of this version of me in the future because this will be my outro going forward. If you've enjoyed this video, please give the video a thumbs up. It's the little thumbs up button down there. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really does help the channel to get the word out. If you would please subscribe to the channel. If you've subscribed before, please don't resubscribe because that takes it off again. But if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscribe button. Again, it doesn't cost you a thing. It just helps to spread the word of the channel, gets the videos out there to a wider public. If you hit the notification bell, you'll know when I've done a new video. And if you can share this video with your friends, you know, those who might enjoy movies or dinosaurs or ghosts or anything like that, that would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and we'll see you in the next one.